Hello. I warned you last week. I have a CD. I actually have copies. You can buy it online at gregsiegel.com. He's the musician who worked with me. For $8 plus $2 postage, or you can buy them straight from me for $8 or $5 or some old underwear you want to trade me, whatever we can work out. But it's very cool if I do say so myself, and it's worth every penny. If I do say so myself. And my mother hasn't heard it yet, but I'm willing to bet she would say it's also worth every penny. Okay. This is called Punchline, and this is one of the ones on the CD. I don't recall it surprising me then, you saying that I loved you badly. It was true, and only the beginning. I could never convince myself that you understood my motivations. I was so sure of my discretion. Perhaps you were not so blind in your need as I was deaf in mine. I heard you, though, and understood that I was not a poor lover, but in my rush to be gentle, I became awkward. By studying sympathy, I became narrow-minded and missed you desperately by the hour. Cursed myself constantly, took confusion in stride like a free set of luggage. It's true that I loved you badly, but you accepted what I gave. It is also true that I asked for little more than to be with you, to be for you what you needed. Possibly I asked too high a price for too little a return. And my notebooks got filled with fantasies, blueprints I knew would never be built, and yet, when I could hang on no longer and you sent me away, I couldn't help but hate you. Oh, how I tried to hate you. It wasn't you, though, it was me, and I punished you by punishing myself in your lap, coming around too often, making scenes, but always exiting a gentleman. I was always in some way afraid of you. But when we had finally done all that we could do to each other, when we had finally made good on our threats of mutual poetry, and the verses closed and the scars tamed, I finally learned to love you well. I haven't stopped laughing since. Thank you. And this one is not on the CD, but it's at the request of my beautiful, amazing, stunning, good cook wife, who's back over there offering me her underwear. It's called I Would. I would like to know that my words have meaning, that they carry some weight. I would love to believe that what I say is heard, taken to heart, considered, mulled over, and provocative of thought. I would love to think that when I speak of love, it is with sincerity and honor. That when I shout about war, it is with vigor and more volume than my meager lungs can muster. That when I speak of injustice, it is with the appropriate combination of rage, compassion, and fear. I would love to quote Pablo Neruda when the soldiers came into his house and say, "The only weapons here are words." And have it be not a defiant disclaimer, but rather a maxim, a creed for all nations. I would love to use my words as weapons, weapons of mass description. I would love to look in my lover's eyes and know, without a quivering doubt, the words leaving my lips reach her ears, clear, concise, and perfectly understood. Thank you.